We have breaking news this transfer deadline day out of H&W Welders as the club announced the return of Dylan Lake on a permanent deal, signing for an initial £5 million from Schalke. Now, manager Aussie Villain is about to address the media, so let's cross live to Belfast. Look, we're delighted that after 5 loan spells, Dylan has finally decided to see fit to sign for us permanently. Now, unfortunately, I've still not been able to get a move for Sirrock. So if anybody out there would like a whining winger, just please give the club a call. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to The Impossible Dream with H&W Welders. It's Season 16, Episode 2, and today our Champions League group stage gets underway against Bayern Munich. We'll play Larne in the league as well. But the big news since last episode, before the transfer window closed, we were able to get Dylan Lake back into the club. Well, we know all about him. We had him for 5 seasons on loan. He is very, very good. Maybe not as good as McKay, which is why he didn't maybe play as much, which is why he didn't actually want to come back to us and stay originally. He's going to be here. We've paid $5 million for him up front. There's an add-on if he plays 50 games, I think, which a little bit sneaky is that he won't play 50 games in a season, will he? So that is a bit of a sneaky one by me there. 27 grand a week he's on, so that is absolutely fine. He went to Schalke. He played a little bit one season. Then they had him transfer listed, and even they didn't play. It's just the next season. So for whatever reason, they didn't like him. So we picked him up for $5 million, which is brilliant. Now I haven't got rid of Sirrock, so we got too many left wingers just now. But Sirrock, I think he's kind of dead to me at this point. He's annoying me. So. Yeah, I was trying to get him out before the window closed, but it just wasn't happening. So we can see there exactly what we did do this summer. Yeah, the thing with Sirrock is that he was just rejecting contracts. I was getting a fee of about $3 million, I think, from a lot of Italian teams, and it just wasn't happening. So that is what it is. We've spent a little bit of money, but by no means have we spent too much. We've still got about $1 million to spend in budget. We've still got a absolute crap ton in wages, though. That's gone up from last time, so I'm not quite sure why it's done that. We don't need more than $500,000 in wages, and we can see there that we've still got money to spend if we need it. So that is the summer transfer window anyway closed. We know we've got a tough Champions League group. We did also start, continue, I suppose. We've already started the domestic campaign. So let's go see how we've been getting on there. The first game was against Bainbridge Town, newly promoted Bainbridge Town. And unfortunately, the game, for whatever reason, didn't save the highlights. If I go to watch goals, it just shows goals that didn't actually happen. So it was Mladenov with a penalty, Sergio with what was a really good goal, a volley from our left back, sort of this sort of area, which is a shame that didn't show up. And then McCracken with a late double, and Fitzpatrick with a goal as well, playing in the number 10 role. And yeah, it was good. It was good. McCracken off the bench there, getting a double. Holder just wasn't his day, unfortunately. The next game was Bainbridge Town again. This time it was the League Cup, I believe. It was one of the cups. I think it was the League Cup. So let's see how we went in that one. Perpy put us ahead, and then got on the end of a Bittner pass for his second, before Napoleon picked out Bittner for our third. So we were too good for them. Now, these games always take place during an international break, so it was a little bit of a case of putting whatever players were weren't away on international duty out in the field. So that's more or less what we did. So Mayer got a game at right back. Hulick made his debut at centre back. You can see there did quite well. I mean, this is it is literally top flight opposition, although they are newly promoted and struggling a little bit. Yeah, but there we go. We got a good solid win. We're into the next round. I'll have a look at I forget who we've got. We'll have a look at that in just a second. Next up, it was the Caramel Wafer Cup. We had Partick Thistle, which isn't the easiest game, I wouldn't have thought, but let's see if we could get past the Scottish Championship side. We went in front when Alfonso picked out Miss Kelly's run. Bittner and McCracken pressured the goalkeeper into our second. Alfonso picked out Hammond for his first Welders goal after half-time, before Hammond turned provider for McCracken. And he then sent Alfonso in to get his first Welders goal, before McCracken took Route 1 to complete his hat-trick. So So as comfortable as you like, really. I'm not sure if they were really poor or we were really good. It's probably somewhere in the middle. Again, international break, limited with what we could do team selection-wise. Napoleon, he picked up an injury, which is a little bit of a pain in the backside because we don't really have too many number 10s, with Armstrong, of course, still coming back from injury as well. But a couple of things to flag out in this one in terms of debuts. Now, off the bench, we gave a game to Hammond. He came on for Napoleon, so we essentially played 2 up top. He played quite well, and he's training on nicely as well. So we've got ourselves another Australian star there, it looks like, after Tomo, and he's not going to Larne, and Napoleon. But the big one to flag up here is Adair. Now, I just kind of found him in our under 18s. He's 15. He set a record here for being our youngest ever player. And, I mean, look at that potential. He has the potential to be the best player to ever come through our academy. So he came on, made his debut, did fine, and very definitely one for the future there. So that was the UEFA Cup. Next up, it was the Antrim Shield. We were playing Lisbon Distillery. Let's see how that went. Up Richard picked out late for his first Welders goal since the return. Turpey won possession and made it 2-0. Before promising midfielder Adair played in Turpey for his second. And Major crossed for late to make it 4-0 at half-time. Before Lisbon Distillery got one back in the second half. So we did enough in this game in the first half. Second half, we really didn't show up at all. We gave Adair a start, an assist. Brilliant, couldn't ask for much more from him. A couple of other youngsters making debuts here. Campbell didn't really work out as well, only played a 6.4. Another 15-year-old, he broke Adair's record, so he had it all over about 3 days. But, again, decent potential there, and actually can dribble and cross. So he could be a good right winger for us if he does develop. But maybe this was a little bit too... I thought Lisbon Distillery might roughly be his level, and there probably was. He just didn't have a good day. And the other player that came off the bench was Ian Gray to make a debut. Again, decent potential there. He's 16, a little bit older. I think we played him as a right back. I can't remember if I played him as a right back or a centre back. There's a little bit to like about him. He's been around for a season or two, I don't think. Did he come through last year? No, he's been around for a season or two now. So I thought I'd give him a game, and we came off the bench. He didn't disgrace himself, but he probably didn't have the greatest game either. But, we'll use these games to give the youngsters some game time, even if it is the final season. I'd like to play on myself and sort of as a private save and then keep you guys updated, but I said that with Barla Town, and I played it for a little bit, and I just don't have time. So realistically, it's not going to happen, but in my head, I'm telling myself I'm not letting this team go. Anyway, next up, last game to catch you up on was back in the league after the international break against Dungannon. Let's see how we did there. McDade put us in front, and then crossed for Hammond in the second half. So not a great performance from us. We were sort of not playing the guys that we're expecting to play against Bayern Munich. And, well, McQuaid played the number 10. Usually he's very, very good for us. It didn't quite work for him in this one. That's why you saw Hammond get the second goal. So he's scoring, which is good. And once we were 2-0 up, we gave Moreau and Adair. We gave him another game as well. So we got 3 points. That's the main thing. And if we have a look at what that all means for the league table, we have 4 games played, 4 games won. Linfield and Glenavon are setting an early pace. And Larne continuing to struggle. Only 1 win in 3. Although it was a 4-0 win. So, we've got them up next. They're going to be a wounded animal, so we'll see how we go there. Of course, Bayern Munich is our first game, and we can see in the other games here, so it's Glentoran in the third round of the League Cup, Crusaders in the County Antrim Shield semi-final, and Dundee United. We haven't had the easiest run in the UEFA Cup, have we? Dundee United in the next round of that. So that is everything they're caught up on, and this just brings us to the Bayern Munich game. So as you can see, we have the early kickoff here, the opening game week, and it's the early kickoff everybody is going to be watching. And, well, this is very, very exciting indeed. We need to win, don't we, if we're going to get out of the group at home. And against Bayern Munich, that is a big ask. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1. You can see they've got 2 players that are going to be sort of a bit more narrow, playing in wide areas. And this is the team we're going with. I know that there's a PH, I can never remember your username, but you know who you are. I suggested we play a 4-1-4-1. Away from home, that's maybe something we can do. At home, I feel like I've learned time and time again, don't be too cautious. Go at teams because we're a good team ourselves. So it's going to be Young playing in goal, Surgeon, Ordonez, McGurk, and Major as the back four, Scott and Thompson in midfield, Mladenov with Armstrong and Lake back in the team in Europe. It's Fenton Holder as well. And now they're a gegenpress side, so what we're going to try and do a little bit differently is play at a slightly higher tempo, pass into space, and just try and play over or around their press as best we can. And we're going to play a high line and just try and put them under the same sort of pressure they're going to try and put us on under, I should say. But there we go. Let's see what we can do here. If you're wondering, Kamani, he's not fit for this one, so that's why we don't see him in the team. Donnarumma is still going. He must almost be the last of the current day players, wouldn't he? I don't recognise too many other names in their lineup there. Were the underdogs go and cause an upset? All right, Theo, let's go with that. Let's pump our fists, say we have faith in you, and see what we can do. So here we go. The world is watching, and well, hopefully we can put on a show. There is always the argument of, are we going to win the Champions League? And realistically, probably not, are we? And we could, however, go and win the Europa League, because we got to the semi-finals of that last year. So, in a way, we kind of just want to angle for third in the group and go down to the Europa League. But equally, the goal of this is to win the Champions League. So if we can get out of this group, I suppose the other way to look at it is there's no reason why we can't win the Champions League. You know, if we stare down Manchester City and Bayern Munich and come out on top, then there's no reason why we couldn't beat anybody. And yeah, Arsenal won it last year. We saw that we did okay against them. We got a point against them at home. So we're not no-hopers. The game, the odds for the Champions League had us 10,000 to 1. Here we go with Armstrong. Now we know he can score from here. Can he beat a keeper of Donnarumma? Oh, Anthony Armstrong! Yes, he can! He has beaten Donnarumma. It's a stunner. Oh, he is so good, is Anthony Armstrong. And it's 1-0 to the Welders over Bayern Munich. Oh, and that is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Donnarumma, no chance. Let's give them some praise. And, well, here we go. Top of the group. Surgeon with a throw. Here we go. Lake and Armstrong. Armstrong looking for and finding Mladenov. Mladenov. Can he pull a ball? It's a penalty. It's a penalty, ref. Oh. It looked like he went down over his leg. Now, what we don't want is to go up the other end here and find ourselves in a little bit of trouble. McGurk picks it out. Excellently done. Ordonez forward for Lake, for Armstrong. Can he slip in Holder here? He's gone past one. Armstrong. Wait for... Oh, he's gone a little bit too far and just given it away. It's a long old highlight, and I don't like that they have possession. Surgeon, go out to him, mate. No, it's through the middle. Oh, he's picked us apart, and it's 1-1. Thompson takes the blame for the goal. That's a bit harsh on Thompson, isn't it? Oh, it's perfect, isn't it? Could Young have maybe got there? I'm beginning to see signs that maybe Young is becoming a bit of a weak link in this team. I'll give him some encouragement. Young is good. But, I mean, rushing out's only 10, and that probably explains that. Here we go, an attacking throw for us. Surgeon. It's cleared away, but Ordonez is there. He gets it down the line, but Diaz picks it up. And this is the risk of playing the slightly higher tempo. Majors let the man get in behind him. Young makes the save. And it is cleared away for the throw. And we get to half-time at 1-1. A stunner from Armstrong. An equaliser from Bayern Munich. And do we say there's no pressure? We're not doing badly at all. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. Unlucky. Let's go with unlucky, perhaps. Now, of course, the problem is going to be that Bayern Munich are likely getting ringed out at this point, aren't they? Thompson's only playing a 6-3, but a lot of that is going to be down to the fact that the game blamed him for their goal, which I think is slightly harsh. Let's give them some encouragement here. We're looking motivated and fired up. Donnarumma with a goal kick. Can we put a bit of pressure on them here and win it back high up the pitch? Can we? Oh, Scott's done brilliantly. The Wonder Kid's pinched it. Can he keep possession? Now he does. Surgeon. He goes back to Ordonez. Ordonez, crossfield ball. That's not really what we need. You know what? I'm going to say Ordonez. You're not a ball player, mate. You're not a ball player. That's my fault, not yours. Just defend. Major. Oh, it's done well there, Mladinov, to keep possession for us. It's cleared away, but McGurk has it. McGurk goes back to Young. That's okay. Build from the back, boys. McGurk. Major. All the way back to Young again. Ordonez. To Young. Surgeon's got some space out there. We go beyond him to Lake, who looks for the flick on. Is he going to get his own flick on? He's quick. He's not that quick. Oh, I thought he was going to nick that. Ball forward. Oh dear. They're in behind. Ordonez has gone to sleep, and it has cost us. And is that a high line coming back to bite us? Mladinov is only playing a 6-3. I don't really have anybody else to put out there unless we're completely desperate. If it's not Tomo's day, it's not Tomo's day. Let's try Jelani Fitzpatrick in midfield. And, well, they've just started to wrestle this game away from us a little bit, haven't they? There's another ball forward. Ordonez is beaten again. Young is there for the save. Ordonez, off you come, mate. Let's get Octavio on. And that's going to be our 3 subs, isn't it? Young is looking anxious. We don't really want our goalkeeper looking anxious. We've got a free kick to defend now. We know we struggle with this, but we've won that nicely with Major. And here we go. We've got players forward. Mladinov, Armstrong, Lake has got it now. Can Dylan Lake put on the afterburners? Has he got a finish? He goes. Oh. Looking for the cheeky finish on the big occasion. And he would have been better off just putting his foot through it, I think. Let's just keep encouraging. All right, let's have a think. Okay, so we are going to try something here. Lake is quite tired, isn't he? So, all right, so let's get McCracken on out there for him. So that's going to be our 3 subs now. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop Armstrong back in. We're going to move Fitzpatrick up top as a target man to play with Holder. And hopefully, we're going to get ourselves a goal here. We are opening ourselves up maybe a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. All right, let's go full attack now. And see if we can get something here. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, it all started so well with a Armstrong crack up. And it just went a little bit wrong after that, didn't it? Well, we gave it everything. So the under-18s have taken a 2-2 draw out of Bayern, so that's not too bad. We did send a lot of first-team players back to play it. But yeah, that's a good result for us there. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it, having gone in front. But anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back to face Larne. We've got a day's break in game, and then we'll be playing Larne. So we'll see seeing a lot of changes to the team. And yeah, well, let's hope we rebound. Okay, welcome back. Here we go. We're about to host Larne, struggling Larne in, well, they're out of Europe as well, so they're just struggling Larne right now. This is what we're expecting. They've changed the way they play. It's a 5-3-2 now. And this is the team that we're sending out. It's Young in goal. It is Jelfs. It is Octavio Huluk. A first look at him. I don't think we saw him. No, we didn't, because it was, again, in Europe, wasn't it, last episode? So we'll see him in action with Kavnar at right back. DeLauro and Miss Kelly in midfield. Bittner, Fitzpatrick, and Alfonso. Again, it's going to be a first. Oh, no, we saw him, but hopefully he'll look good playing domestically. And then it's going to be McDade up top. We've got a bench of Jolf's just looking. That's all right. That's fine. We'll leave it there. So Ellis, Major, Adair is on the bench. We might get a look at him and see heavy workload for some of these guys. So McQuaid, Turpie, and Hammond. Yeah, there's a lot of players that are playing a lot of games just now. So that is not ideal, but we'll deal with it. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. We've sold so many players to Larne now. I am struggling to keep up with who has come through our academy and who hasn't. Zach Dolan, we did see him for a little while in our first team before I sold him off. I don't recognise any other names there, though. And, well, let's go and see. Whoop, should we win this one fairly comfortably? We're on a good run here, boys. Just keep it going. Bit of fist pumping. The fist pumping is not really working pre-game anymore. Alright, so here we go. It would be nice to stuff Larne, wouldn't it? But we just need to chug through the league, just make sure we're winning it. And yeah, we'll just kind of. I'm so disappointed that Bayern Munich game. I haven't had long enough to recover. It's only one day in the game gap, so I'm still very much bummed out by that. It kind of ends our chances of getting out of the group, doesn't it? Already, we would need. Well, we'd need to do a double over. We'd need to beat City at home, and yeah, Alfonso has a go, but it's wide of the post. Well, we're certainly not going to top the group. I would say after that, we'd need to win in away from home against Munich and City, and that is unrealistic. I would say. Even if say a knockout round, it's the sort of thing where we need to win at home and then draw away, and that's how we'll get through these ties. Got some nervous players here. We're not playing well, are we? These guys have no excuse. You weren't playing against Bayern. Get on with things, guys. Alfonso knocks it down. It is Miss Kelly. Can't quite get there. Kavnar picks it up, though. Kavnar. Can he? Oh, he's gone down to penalty, and McDade will take. Or McPenalty, as in the spirit of Pinaldo. Come on, McPen. Can he stick it away? Oh, he can. He adds and continues to add to his goal tally. And, well, there it is. 1-0. It's difficult to say we've deserved it, but it's probably difficult to say we haven't deserved it, to be honest. You know what I haven't done, actually, I've just realised, is we're still playing like we're playing Bayern Munich. What an idiot. Alright, so let's do that. Let's lower this tempo down, get the overlaps going, and hopefully that'll help us a little bit. They've only had one shot themselves. They've not created anything. It's kind of what we expect, to be honest, from Larne these days, which is a shame. They really did give us a good test for a while, and it's just all kind of gone a bit wrong for them, hasn't it? And I think the biggest disappointment of the entire series is Linfield and Larne have just not come with us, even in the slightest of ways, and that is disappointing. Because if they'd started picking up some results, and we've seen the prize money that we get in the league now, it's not terrible, it's really not. They'll be getting $500,000 a year, I would imagine, for second, third. So that is, not to be sniffed at in terms of buying good young players. They should be then getting through in Europe, getting European prize money as well, and it's just not happened for them. Let's try work the ball into the box here. So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed with them, if I'm honest, but there we go. Ball forward should be easy for Young. I think we might make some changes here. It's not really working. McDade's got a goal, only playing a 6.8. That's Bittner has confused McCracken there, told him to look one direction. He's got the ball in the other direction, but even Bittner is not getting the job done for us. So we are going to make changes because, as I say, this isn't working. So let's go Hammond up top. Let's stick Turpey up there with him. And we've got two guys in midfield that are not playing particularly well. So let's take off a nervous-looking... Do we want a nervous Miss Kelly or a confused DeLauro? Let's get Adair on the youngster. Let's have a look at him. And we probably don't want him as a deep-lying playmaker, if we're honest. So we'll just go like for like there. And can we try demanding more? Can we try raising the tempo? This has all the makings of a game that's going to finish 1-1, doesn't it? A focus. Yeah, well, at least we scored a penalty. That's all makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? Unbelievable. It's 3 points. I suppose we can't complain, but it's not a good performance from us. We've not created anything there, and there is only the one day's gap. Maybe that hasn't helped us. I do think sometimes the problem we run into is that teams are just they're just trying to hold out against us, and so that does cause us a few problems perhaps, but we should be good enough to do better against anybody really. So look at the league table; it puts us top on goal difference. So Larne are just not a particularly good team this year, are they? Which is a shame. Now I did kind of allude to the fact that they were out of Europe. And I did actually tell a lie there because they parachuted down into the Europa Conference League. So they've got a group of Slavia Prague, of Molde, and of that's Vardar. That's a Macedonian team, isn't it? They should be trying to get out of that group. Not that it'll help us now, but that's a group that they should, well, at least get third, but there's nowhere for them to go. And Linfield have got through as well. They're in a group in the Europa League with Karabag, Valencia, Rayo Ave, and they'll do well, I would imagine. They've lost their first game to Valencia. Only 2-1. That's nothing to sneeze at. So maybe Linfield can do something there. But anyway, that is what it is. Guys, that'll do it for today. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Disappointment, to be honest. I think that kind of sums up the episode, doesn't it? We weren't great against Larne, and we weren't bad against Bayern Munich, but they were just a little bit too good for us. And we'll come back next time, and it will be... That's one of these annoying ones where I've got a massive playthrough, isn't it? So, Manchester City, and... You know what I'm going to have to do? I don't want to draw it out any longer than we have to, but that is just a little bit too much between games. So what I'll do is we'll come back away to Linfield. It's top of the table. It could be a big game. And then we'll go to Manchester City. Then what we can do is we can come back for a double header against Nice. And then we can try and finish it up with a double header against Bayern Munich and Manchester City and see where the chips lie. Previous seasons, we've got it down to the last match day, still with a chance of coming second in the group. So if we can do that again this season, I think we'll have done very, very well. But yeah, it's going to be tough, isn't it? So I'll see you next time for Linfield and Manchester City. Take care.